adjusting the camera here. We got another review in, and I wanted you guys to check this out. This is something new, and it's for acne, and I wanted to actually show you guys this and do a review with you guys, and I put it all back in the box. I got it yesterday, and as you can see, I'm not wearing any makeup, because I've been using this for the last day, and I wanted you guys to check it out. Now, it's really heavy in its box, and this came in from Cleopatra's Choice, and this is the Kathy Ireland Skincare, and this is called Revive, and this is the light therapy, and it says experience the light, and this is the professional collection. This is FDA certified. Now, this light is supposed to be a wrinkle reducer for fine lines and wrinkles, eliminate acne and blemishes, improve skin tone and texture, reduce age and sunspots, improve skin recovery from sunburns, bruising, cuts, and more. It says it's 97%, they've seen a 97% reduction from users in a clinical study of wrinkles, 100% on acne, and 92% enhanced skin tone and color, along with improved skin healing. Now, LED light therapy is one of the things that they tell you to do for psoriasis and acne and wrinkles. Now, this has got a whole bunch of informative information on the inside about the colors and what they mean and what they represent for the colors on this actual gadget inside. Now, inside here includes a light therapy panel, goggles, adjustable stand, a power supply, a storage bag, and then the user guide for it. Now, this box is really huge, and it opens like this. Okay, we have things fluttering by. And then it has Kathy Ireland with a bunch of polka dots, which is kind of neat. If you wiggle them, they move. And then inside that, if I can get it out again, because you know when you put stuff back in its package, it never comes out the same way that, you know, you put it in, or it never goes back in the same way. And inside there is this little pouchy. It's like a carrier. And inside that is a, okay, well, box fell. Inside there is just plastic. And then you have this cute little carrier. Now, inside this carrier, in this white carrier here, which I'm going to open, it has two zippers. Inside here is my foamy that I put back, because you guys know that I like to make sure that I have everything in place. Inside here is, of course, your instruction booklet. It's on one side, and then your panel and everything is on this side. And this is a great little carrying case for it. So you have your light panel, which looks like this. Okay, I know it kind of looks like one of those books. And of course, I put the tape back on it. I don't know why I did, but I did. And this is what the panel looks like. I'm sorry if I'm blinding you guys, but that's what the panel looks like. It's got all the little lights, and they're LED. And then at the bottom, you have more of the stuff. And of course, these are not chiclets, but I keep them in there just in case. You have your goggles, which I put back in their little plastic container, the plastic wrap. These are the little goggles. And then you have, of course, your power supply at the bottom. Now, I'm going to actually figure this out again, because it took me a minute to figure out how to plug it in. So I'm going to reassemble the power supply, which is really, really easy. It's two-part. If you've ever had a PS2 or anything like that, you know how to put these together. It goes together like that. It's not a big deal, okay? And I don't want to unravel it all the way, because the last time I unraveled it all the way, which was this morning when I did it, I had a heck of a time wrapping it back up. So what you do is you take this. This goes into the wall, of course. This goes into your panel. Now, your panel has a little kind of indent here where it looks like there's nothing because there's a tab on the other side, that's where the power goes. And of course you hear the beeping. And then it's charging. Recharging, I should say. Now, it takes about 15 to 20 minutes to recharge the whole system. And once it's working, you will want to put on your goggles to, you know, make sure that your eyes are working. But that's the red. That is the blue. And that is the red and blue. Okay? So I don't know if you guys could see that lighting up on the panel. But that's the red and blue. And then you have it off. That's the red. So I don't know if you guys can actually see that lighting up. And then you have, like, the blue, which the blue you can see on my screen. I don't know why you can't see the other colors, but the blue you can. And then you have the red and blue, which is bright, bright. Now, what you do is you take this and you can put it on any part of your body, your wrist, your hand, if you have psoriasis or you have acne or rosacea, on your face. You kind of just, you know, lean your face on it. And you don't squish yourself, but you lay your face on it with your goggles on, and it's kind of like this. And it's not really rough. I thought it would be rough because of my PMJ to actually lay on this, but it's not. So I have a laugh line kind of here, and I didn't notice anything different on this panel. Nothing at all about pain or anything, so that's the good part. It doesn't leave, you know, a UV pain, burns, or stuff like that, but it seems to be really, really good for my laugh lines are actually disappearing, or my smile lines, I should say. I have one here, and then I had one here, which is, you know, it's not as presentable as it was before. It's not out there. And that's only with one use, so that's pretty good. And I used it last night because I was like, ooh, a new toy. Let's check this out. I used it last night, and I used it this morning, about 7 or 8 o'clock this morning. And my lines are actually dissipating here. The eye area isn't because of the goggles. I mean, the goggles fit right over. So I'm going to take these out of their little package again, and hopefully this time I'm not going to destroy it. Sorry about all the noise, but you know how plastic is. And you take these, and I had to rewrap this because it was driving me nuts. And these goggles, they just go over your eyes like this, and then of course this goes over your head. So it's like 3D alien kind of style. Woo! And of course I have them upside down. Can't be right all the time, right? And then you just take these and you flip it up over your head. You adjust it in the back. It's got a little adjuster, which I'll show you as well. And I got that coat on my hair, of course. It's got a little adjuster, which I didn't adjust. Again, I put it back in its package the original way, but the little adjuster has a little bit of a nib on it, which you push, and then it goes down. And you adjust it to, you know, how loose or how tight you'd like it. And now I have to fix it. And then, of course, for me, I always put things back the same way they were. So in order to do that, you kind of have to finagle it a bit and wrap it around the center. And, of course, I am never going to be able to wrap this as patiently as I did when I did it this morning. So it's not going to look the same like it did when I just took it out of the package again. But that's that. That's pretty cool, huh? Alien style. And then, of course, to keep everything sanitary and dust-free and stuff like that, you always put your stuff back in its package, which I'm going to do. And this one, it has a glue strip on it, which will eventually wear off, but until then, it's got its own little thing. You do not want to keep this on its charging unit or its adapter all the time because of power surges and stuff like that. it will end up shorting out LEDs. We all know about LEDs. They do shorten after a while. So what you're going to do is unplug it from the wall first. You'll hear it beep, which it did, and then you unplug the unit. Now when you unplug the unit, it comes in two parts, like I showed you guys. If you've ever had a PS2, it does come in that, and you pull. And with the storage case, which is really, really cute, which I showed you guys will have the storage to where, and I just dropped the wonderful little tie, so I'll have to find that later. But you just want to crinkle it back up to the way it was, and I don't mean just mush it. I mean find out which way it was turning and everything, and put it back to the way it was, so it stays that way, and that goes in the bottom case as well. And then, of course, you want to take your little, I guess it's kind of a plastic film, I'm not sure, and you put that in your bottom, just so it doesn't scratch the unit or the unit doesn't get damaged, and then you add the unit back in. And, of course, that's never going to stay the right way. And then, of course, you put your foam back on it. Always make sure to put your checklist, these gel packs are not checklists in there, so it's just in case you guys know, just because it sounds like checklists, it's not. It's supposed to keep the moisture away from the adapter and stuff, so make sure you keep that in there. And this is not something to let your kids play with or be around, so guys, make sure to keep it away from your kids, because they can damage the unit or damage their eyes by having it on, like I did, but I'm used to the UV lights and the LED, so a short period of time keeping it on is not going to be a bad thing. Not for me anyway. Also, if you have your plastic, which I always keep, you can put that on the end of your unit before you pack it away so it doesn't accidentally open. And then on the other side of this wonderful little goodie is the Kathy Ireland Skincare Booklet. Okay? And this is the Revive. This is the actual panel that I just showed you. And this is FDA approved. This is the professional collection from Kathy Ireland, and of course it has her picture there. And this is the user guide and operating instructions. All you needed to know and how to register for your warranty online is on the back. It tells you what's inside it. And it shows you the panel lit up with the purple. It's actually blue and red. It shows purple on here, but it's blue and red. And it shows you, replacement parts where you can get them. Customer service, a disclaimer, traveling outside the U.S., you'll need an adapter for this. So you can call customer service and get a adapter for it. They are open between 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, and they give the 1-800 number. And this system does shut off automatically. If it doesn't turn on, make sure that it's actually plugged in, okay? And, if it doesn't work on one outlet, use it on the other. There is a little button, which I didn't show you guys, which I will. There is a little button, and it's right there. And see, I don't know if you guys can see that because it's right there, okay? There's that little button there, and that turns it on and off, and it also changes the color of the panel. So that's what you're going to want to use when you're actually turning the unit on and off. You can turn it on and off that way. If you only want to try it just a little bit at a time, it does shut off by itself, so that's not a big, huge thing. As far as cleaning it, after you use it, because the oils of your face, you don't want to use anything super, super wet because the LEDs are exposed on this. So what you want to do is you want to take a cloth and just go lightly over it to remove anything. It says that you can use a blow dryer or a computer air cleaner to remove dust from it. It says do not clean with any liquids or damp cloth, like I said, because of course you will ruin the actual unit. You allow it to dry completely prior to use. So each time you use it, make sure you let the unit dry. Especially if you have skin creams on there for rosacea or psoriasis, that you do wipe off your unit and make sure that you let it air dry before you put the unit away or before you use it again. Now, it says, place the device light on or within 1/4 of the skin on your forearm for 3 minutes and then check the area. That's to show if you're light sensitive, because some people actually turn red on their arms and burn. So just make sure that you do the light sensitivity. I know I'm not light sensitive to the blue. I also know I'm not light sensitive to the red. And you can use this basically on any part of your skin. You just don't want to, you know, if you don't want to use it on your face, you can use it on your ankle if you've got psoriasis or rosacea or echinacea or, you know, stuff like that. And echinacea is a T. So if you guys were wondering. But it says on here, the operating instructions. Now, these are medical-grade LED lights. These are the ones that they tell most people who suffer with rosacea and psoriasis to go and get. Rosacea would be like almost like an acne breakout. It's very itchy, drives you insane. Nothing clears it up unless you completely change your diet. And sometimes even then it doesn't change. Fine lines and wrinkles, same thing. You can change your diet all you want. It's not going to go away. Usually it's genetic, and you need some kind of light therapy or something else to get rid of it. This is really good for, you know, I don't have skin pigmentation as bad as most people do. I've had a scar here, which is almost completely gone. I'll probably have marks from my psoriasis, which this light will actually be very good for. Scrapes, cuts, burns. If you use an epilator on your legs, this thing will be great to just lay on your leg for therapy to get rid of the black spots that you get from when it heals. They're like scar marks, and we all get them if you use like an epilator or if you've cut your leg shaving. This will be great for that. I did use it a little bit on my leg, and it takes a bit to work, so I will keep you guys updated on that. And this is also good for acne flare-ups, inflammation. It even says it here: burns, bruising, cuts, scrapes, muscle spasms, aches, pains, temporary relief of pain associated with arthritis, carpal tunnel, TMD. It seems to be good, and that's the deep red amber lights, which you probably couldn't see on camera. I did try to show them to you, but my camera's not picking up colors like that. So, assembly instructions. I showed you guys how to assemble this. It's really super, super easy, and you know, it says now the precautions on this I've read, and it wasn't something that for me that I needed to worry about because it is an LED light. And it's not the first time that I've used it. I'm not light sensitive to LED. I am to normal lights, which it would be a yellow bulb with LED. The blue lights, they have them on cars. You know, it's like deer in headlights kind of thing. You just automatically go to it. That's what the goggles stop. So if you guys, you know, sit there and you put the blue light on, you put your goggles on, and of course your eyes are going to be open because you want to see the blue light, that'll stop that and you won't have to worry about it. Some of the cautions, it says, please don't use this on infants and children. Infants and children do not need wrinkle repair. They don't. Baby acne will eventually go away. So, yeah, please don't use this on your kids or young children unless your doctor says it's okay. Make sure that you use the goggles if you are light sensitive. Even if you're not, you don't want to damage your eyes, especially if you're like me and you have surgical lenses. If this device becomes hot for any apparent reason, shut her off. If your skin becomes uncomfortable and hot because you've been using it too much, don't use it. Give yourself a break. Say 5, 6 days, 7 days, give your skin a break, apply a topical ointment to it, and just leave it alone. My advice is aloe. It's great. Don't use this if you're pregnant. They say that if you're taking any drugs that cause light sensitivity, like I'd say any muscle relaxer, any corticosteroid, which a corticosteroid is something that isn't a steroid, like aspirin. You don't want to use this if you're taking Relafin. You don't want to use this if you're taking Scalaxin. You don't want to take this if you're taking Nubatone or Flexerol. You don't want to use this because it makes your skin ultra-sensitive. Also, some antibiotics can do that, so you really don't want to have that on you and end up burning your skin. Ask your doctor if you have any suspicions or cancerous lesions. You don't want to use this device. And if you have any medical questions about LED lights and how to use them, if they're right for you, you really want to talk to your doctor about this. They do tell you that you should only use the power supply that's associated with your unit. So if accidentally you get it, it's damaged, make sure you call the company, let them know that your panel is damaged or that the unit itself isn't working or your actual power supply isn't working, and I'm sure they will replace, no questions asked. It's defective, it's defective. Yeah, that happens. Don't use this where you would come in contact with water, by your sink, by your bathroom sink. If it's fallen into water, do not use your adapter if it's fallen into water. It says if you think it might be defective when you get it because UPS or something just chucked it on your porch, don't use it. Contact them right away. Make sure that they know. The UPS guy actually dropped this off at my house, and he didn't bang it or anything, and the guy came right up to my door, which is shocking. Normally, they don't. So kudos to the UPS guy. Actually, the FedEx guy who dropped it off is FedEx, which was really, really nice. They normally don't drop a package at my porch. This guy took the initiative and actually went to my door and dropped it off, so I didn't have to pick it up. That was completely great. The FedEx guy, yeah, he's great. Kudos to those who work in, the post office that have to carry big packages and UPS and FedEx and stuff like that, to where you guys have to do that. FedEx, I do appreciate you taking the extra minute to actually drop it off where it's supposed to be. Thank you so much. Make sure that this does not touch water. I don't want to see you guys having an issue. This is a 110 volt power supply to actually use the LEDs on here because there are LEDs on there. Now, in your device, and I'm going to say it again, in your nice little travel case, which I actually like this travel case. It reminds me of the old cases that they used to have for like, hot curlers and stuff like that. And it actually has the cardboard inside it to keep it from, squishing or anything like that. And then you've got the little triangles on the outside. So it really looks old-fashioned to me, and it really looks nice. And it's one of the things that actually drew me to it when I opened it. When I opened the box the first time, I was like, ooh. So that's actually good. Inside it does tell you exactly what's in here. And, excuse me, it's the professional panel device, and then you have an adjustable stand, which comes out. I did not see the stand. Now, it could be underneath the whole unit, which I'll take it out and check, because the stand is relatively a bit big. And, of course, it probably is, and it's going to be a pain to get out again. I didn't see it the first time, so kind of leery, but, yeah, okay. Check this out, guys. It's underneath, okay, underneath the gray case, there is a stand. This is going to be a pain in the neck to put together. Now, the stand comes out like this. This is kind of cool, okay? And your device sits in. Now, it doesn't sit in here. It sits in here, okay? And it goes as wide as you need it, as wide as you're opening up the, the case. And it sits there. It just stands up. This was really cool because I didn't have the stand, so I was kind of going on the device instead of holding it here, which you really are supposed to hold it here. I wouldn't recommend laying on it because LEDs do heat up. Now, this is underneath this gray thing, and, oh goodness, how do you put this back together in here? Okay. Now that I found it, I gotta figure out, okay. And it goes in there like that. Okay, that was at the bottom. And then, reaching over to my side, sorry guys. Then you have this, which goes over it, which I gotta put back. Now that I know where the stand is, it's not that difficult to find. Well, it is a bit difficult to put back together, though. And of course, that's because of the stand in there. I probably would recommend you putting the stand in at the bottom of this, so it doesn't catch on anything. And this is going to be a pain in the neck to put back. No, I guess not. Well, that went in rather easy. Oh, that actually went in really easy. Once I lifted up the corner of the stand, it went in relatively easy, and that's the way that looks. And that's without the panel in. And then, of course, you put your panel in. And it tells you which way to put it in. So if you accidentally try and put it in a different way, it will not go in. Please don't force it. You don't want to ruin your panel. And then, of course, excuse me, I dropped it. You put that over it. And then, of course, your booklet. Now, that was the first time that I've seen the stand. I haven't used the stand, and it's supposed to sit like that. Didn't see the stand I was looking for. Didn't think of going underneath. But so far, so good. I mean, I like it, and I have no problems with it. I mean, it was delivered yesterday. Like I said, by a FedEx guy who took the initiative to actually put it where it's supposed to be, which was really, really nice. It's like, who the heck is that? And, of course, it was the FedEx guy who dropped it off. And, of course, you know, as soon as I get new goodies, I want to check them out, and I'm trying to actually close this because the little tabbies that are in it, which are cardboard, and pack this away so, you know, the case doesn't get all ucky. And it does have two zippers, and of course I got my hair on it already. It does have two zippers, and it does have this nice carrying case, so, you know, it's not a shock-proof case, guys, so don't go flinging this, because that's not a good idea. And I'm going to be putting it away, because I don't want it damaged or anything. So, you know, save your packaging when you do this so you guys can actually have, you know, it in your packaging. As far as it working, so far so good. It'll probably take about, you know, LED therapy when you have fine lines, wrinkles, acne, psoriasis, rosacea. Does take a bit, so don't expect this to be a miracle thing. My lash lines weren't really huge, and I wanted to see what it would actually do. So, with that said, that's the review, and a little bit of a tutorial on the Catherine Ireland skincare. And, of course, I'm putting it back in its wonderful little case here, so it doesn't get, you know, all dusty and damaged. And I recommend you guys do that, too, if you're going to get a unit like this. The unit is from CleopatrasChoice.com. I will post the link at the bottom so you guys have it. And it does come with this big, huge box. It comes in another box. And it is really, really neat. It does show you on the side of the box what you can use it for. And it does say for neck and dorsal, which your neck is here. So I don't know if you guys can see that. Your neck is here and your dorsal is here, which would be the crook of your, the end of your neck where your wonderful shoulders are, the front of your shoulder blades, which would be there. And then, of course, your face, your hands, your back. You can use it for your ankle if you have psoriasis on it. Virtually anywhere on your body that you would need light therapy, I would recommend that if you're going to use it with a topical, that you make sure that the topical that you're using, the skin cream or something, is not wet. And it's already soaked into your skin before you use it because you really don't want to damage your unit. But yeah, that's the review. The Kathy Ireland Skincare by Revive, the light therapy. And like I said, I've used it twice now, and the line that you guys normally see when I don't have my makeup on is usually here. Okay? On the camera, you can see it until I move away. Okay? as you can see, it's not as protruding as it was. Now you can see my little dimples, and the laugh line goes from here, or the smile line goes from here to here. And I did have, you know, huge wrinkles on my forehead. I'm actually getting old, guys, okay? I may not look it, but I am getting old. I do use a filler on my forehead when I have to, which is just, you know, basic oils on my skin to keep me looking this young. I also use a couple of the other Cleopatra's Choice products that we talked about. This is actually good with those products as well. For a night cream, to boost it, you put the night cream on, you make sure it's soaked into your skin and it's not sitting on your skin, and then use the light therapy, and it actually brightens your skin. That's why I'm not wearing makeup today, because after you do this, you do not want to do you don't want to put a ton of makeup over it, because you're defeating the purpose. You're actually making it worse by putting makeup over it. Like any facial, you don't want to do that, especially when you do a chemical peel. You want to wait 42 to 72 hours. With the light therapy, you want to do the same. Because it does not affect your eyes with the goggles, it's perfectly okay for you to put on liner and maybe a little lipstick or chapstick or, you know, a tinted balm. But I wouldn't recommend you putting a whole lot of makeup on, like your foundation or your contouring or doing anything like that, because you don't want to clog your pores after you use this, because you're defeating the purpose. The purpose is to make your wrinkles lighter or your acne less, and you're adding oils and makeup and dirt and stuff to your skin, and you're really actually defeating the purpose of what the light's supposed to be for. So that is the Kathleen Ireland Skincare for their actual night panel, for their light therapy panel. And I will check you guys out very, very soon. We do have a tutorial coming up, and we do have a giveaway. So I will talk to you guys soon. Be good to each other. Stay safe. Take good care of yourself. Take good care of each other. And I will see you on the next review, or giveaway, or on a tutorial. You never know. I'll see you guys later. Love you. Bye.